call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello, you degenerate fucks, and welcome to the Degenerate Gambler. It is Thursday, the 7th of January. We're just here with our first main episode of the of 2021. Just going to be looking at the weekend's fixtures, giving my picks, having a quick look at Sunday, and also talking a bit about the how much I've staked against how much I've won lost from the start of the season. So I've also got a thing I want to talk about the NAP. I'll get that in a minute. But firstly, just let me go, or actually before I go into my picks, obviously from Monday I did get a small bet up on Tuesday night. It wasn't a lot, but it was something. It'll give me a free weekend. But I did break a rule, as in an early team beat me in the Celta Vigo match, which I didn't. I fancied the other 4 or 5, whatever it was, and I just put that in basically to make the odds bigger. But I wish I hadn't have, and I'm glad that it did what it did, because it did fancy those other selections. Even though I don't like chasing, once you're beat, you should be beat. But it almost happened again last night. I didn't back it, but I'm glad I didn't back it. But I think I did a 6-timer, and Inter Milan, for whatever reason, were beaten 2-1 against Sampdoria. They probably should have beaten them, missed a penalty earlier on. But after that, the other 5 selections that I made, 4 were up. The last one was City United, both teams to score, and it to be over 2.5 goals. And it was obviously 2-0 to City. So if United scored in that game, that bet would have been up. Excuse me, sorry. But as I say, I don't like chasing. It's a bad idea. It's a recipe for disaster, to be honest with you. You know, if you pick games that don't all start at the same time, if the first one beats you, listen, you just move on. Because it doesn't always work out the way it did. But as I say, when I picked that Celta Vigo game, I just knew. When I did it, I knew, because they were 2-5 away to Ibiza, which is like 3rd division in Spain. And I mean, if that was England or Scotland or whatever, and a mid-table team from the top division are playing a team from 3 leagues below who are part-timers, they wouldn't have been 2-5. They'd have been 4-1 or 1-4 or 1-5. If it had been a top 14, they're 1-7, 1-9. I mean, look at some of the odds this week in the FA Cup for the bigger teams playing the smaller teams. They're huge. You know, they're not even worth betting on. But again, that's something where you maybe think, does the bookie know more than I know? You know, they have some inside knowledge here that, you know, they're playing not even just their B team, that they're playing their kids, or I don't know. But anyway, the price should have put me off. It was my own fault. But the reason I did go chasing was because I did really fancy the other selections that I made, which I can't even remember now, Spurs and whatever else it was. So anyway, I'll go on to my picks for this week, and there is a couple. I've got 6 here. I'm going to have to whittle one of these off. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I've picked 6 teams to win. I'm going to have to take one off. But I was just looking at it. I just, at the time when I was looking, I couldn't take one off. At the time I couldn't take one down. I'm just gonna have to have a real look at it again and try and take one off this. So bear with me for when I actually put the bets up. Also, I'm not sure if the prices came in this bet yet, because there was some matches that they hadn't priced up yet. Yes, Sunderland Hull has only just been priced up. And yeah, because it was just moved. It was cancelled on Boxing Day, and that's been rescheduled. So yeah, and the other one I've looked at that hasn't been priced up yet is Sheffield Wednesday and Exeter. And looking at the thing, it hasn't been postponed. So Southampton Shrewsbury's been postponed, but that's the only one that in the FA Cup that, for whatever reason, don't know whether it's COVID or what it is. Let me just quickly look for this. Sheffield United, exit of Sheffield United. Yeah, no odds being offered for some reason. Anyway. First, so I'm going to go for, I've picked 6 here. Maybe I'll take one, I'll put it in the overs. But anyway, 6 teams to win, 5 overs. Here we go. First one, Ipswich at home to Swindon. That is League One. And Ipswich haven't had a game in a while. That could be good, that could be bad. Their form is not amazing. Only 7 points out of the last 5 games, but Swindon only have 1 point. But at home, they have the second best home record in the league. And at home against Swindon, they've beat them. They beat them the last load of times, which was a while ago, because obviously Ipswich haven't been in that league. But their home form is good, and Swindon have lost 3 away from home on a trot. That's 4-5, which is 1.8. Next is Salford at home to Colchester. That is League 2. Again, Salford's form patchy at best, but third best home record against 21st away record. Salford, actually Colchester actually beat them earlier on in the season at home. I think that was in one of the lower league cups or something. It was round 12. Anyway, so like I say, Salford's form's patchy, but at home again, I would expect they should have enough to beat. I mean, in the form, Colchester only have 2 points in the last 5 games. Salford only have 7, but as I say, and that is 3-4, which is 1.75. Next one in the conference, which is Hartlepool, and they are at home to Wealdstone, and it's 3-5. Again, looking at the thing, Hartlepool are second in the league, Wealdstone 14th, Hartlepool top on form, Wealdstone 19th. Hartlepool 6th best home form, so not the best, but Wealdstone 17th best away. Hartlepool won their last 3 home games. Wealdstone's away form is patchy, a couple of draws, a couple of losses, a win in the last 5. So again, home team 3-5, which is 1.6. I really do fancy that. I think that's not getting cut. And Neilers Ipswich, Salford could be cut because they're patchy. But anyway, next one. This is actually a friend of mine's nap. He napped them. I picked them already. I'd done my research. I spoke to him, asked him what his nap was, and this is what he gave me, which is Huddersfield at home to Plymouth, and that's in the FA Cup, and that is 4-5, which is 1.8. Now, obviously, you can't really look at form too much here because it's the cup and the league and whatever. But Huddersfield have pretty decent home form. They've won 4 of the last 5, and Plymouth have a terrible away record. They've got 4 defeats and 1 draw in their last 5. So, as I say, I definitely would fancy Huddersfield in that one. So next, Norwich versus Coventry. 2 championship teams that are playing each other in the cup. That is 4-5, which is 1.8. Norwich have a very good home record. They've won 4, draw 1 of the last 5. Coventry, decent away record, 2 wins, a draw, 2 defeats in the last 5. But again, you can sort of compare these two because they're in the same league. Norwich are obviously top, and Coventry are 16th. Whether Norwich rest players is a big question. In the form, Norwich are 4th, Coventry 18th. But as I say, Norwich could rest their whole team. They could even just rest Pookie, and that could be enough for them to, have a bad day. But this is the thing with the FA Cup. All right, and the 6th one here is another FA Cup. Is it? Yep, and it's Blackburn versus Doncaster. and it's 4-6, which is 1.67. Now Blackburn, I've betted Blackburn a few times recently. They have real patchy form. You know, in their last 5 home, 3 wins, a draw, and a defeat. Doncaster, pretty good away record. They've won 4 and lost 1 of their last away record. But obviously they're in League One, and Blackburn's sort of mid-table in the Championship, or maybe slightly above, are they? Well, they're 11th actually. So again, that could be dropped. But as I say, at the minute they were the would have picked, and I couldn't really at the time drop any out without having a better look at it or hearing more information. And again, one of the this might be took out of my hands because maybe one of these matches is going to get called off. You never know. So that bet pays all 6 of them, is it? No, at any 5 of them is going to be roughly around 15, 16 to 1, depending on which one you drop out. But that's not too bad. Tenner on that, you know, getting back 160, 170, maybe 180. Next is the overs. The overs, I have Oldham and Bournemouth. Again, I'm not going to go into the form and stuff because it doesn't really matter. If I've picked these teams, it means that they're either scoring goals recently or historically the fixture has had goals in it. So Oldham and Bournemouth is 3-5, which is 1.6. Wickham and Preston is 11-10, which is 2.1. Sheffield Wednesday and Exeter, which has no price at the minute, but I have a funny feeling it'll be around evens or 4-5. I would fancy that. Leyton Orient versus Carlisle is 9-10, which is 1.9. And Sunderland versus Hull, which was the last one priced up, is 11-10, which is again 2.1. So that's the picks. As I say, I'll keep an eye on the social media and stuff, and I'll let you know what I'm actually picking. If I'm dropping one out or whatever, but that'll probably be tomorrow at dinner time or whatever. Anyway, so now moving on to the nap of the week. I'm going to give a nap of the week this week, but I've had an idea over Christmas when I was thinking about ways to improve and things to do. You know, you always got to be on your game and looking for new ways. So obviously, I follow and I'm followed by a good few tipster pages, and I've had some good interactions with some of them. You know, I've spotted something at bet that, you know, maybe is similar to what they've done, or just whatever. I've retweeted or just whatever. They've contacted me saying bet looks good, or you were unlucky, or they don't fancy this, or whatever. You know, just general conversation, and that's what you want. You know, let's say like an online community. We're all here to try and win money off the bookies, so that's the main thing. So what I'm going to do is over the next few weeks, but over this week, I'm going to contact. I think I have a list of about 8 or 10, maybe more, maybe 12. Of the people I follow who follow me, who are, you know, tipster pages or whatever, you know, people who offer different types. There's horse racing, and there's people who only do over goals. There's a guy who specialises in the Dutch. There's just, you know, that's what their page is about. So I'm going to contact them and ask them, do they want to offer a nap for us? So by that I mean that they'll send me in an app. I'll post it on social media. I'll talk about it on here. I'll give my opinion on it. Whether, you know, it's probably going to be, it can't be too negative, because at the end of the day, you know, if someone does the research and has looked at it, you know, it's only an opinion. You know, my opinion may differ to theirs, but it doesn't mean I'm right and they're wrong, or they're right and I'm wrong. So, what it'll do is, I mean, if anybody that I do contact, if any of you are listening now, and I contact you, it could be a bet that you're going to put out free anyway, because some of them are subscription based. You know, if you put out a free bet, if you want to send that to me for the Thursday for me to put it on the thing, and then you post the same bet, that's, you know, that's fine. It's just maybe like a cross pollination where maybe my followers start liking you, or some of your followers come to me. But you know, we're all doing this together. But again, the nap would need to be similar to myself, where it's, you know, make it worth people's while, like evens, 2-1, 3-1, something like that. Whether it's one team, 2 teams, 2 games, whatever, a horse, whatever your page is into, you know. But I think it's, rather than me just always giving my selections, which at times have been decent, but I think I only had one up. So yeah, I say I'm gonna, after today, I'm probably gonna start texting people on social media over the next few days. I think it's a good idea. At the end of the day, like I said, most of these pages put out free bets anyway. So why not send one to me, a day early or whatever. I'll post it. I'll retweet it. I'll post the image. I'll talk about it on here. People will listen to it. Maybe they back it. Maybe they don't. At the end of the day, it's up to everybody individually if they want to back it or not. So that's what's going to be happening, hopefully, from the next couple of weeks. But my nap this week, what I've picked of my selections was Ipswich to beat Swindon at 4-5, and Carlisle and Orient to be over 2.5, which is 9-10. So together that works out about 2.5 to 1. So 10 on that will get you 35 back. Hopefully get a free weekend. So that's the selections. Now quickly moving on to just Sunday at a glance. I say these aren't set in stone. This is just me, but what jumped out at me. Brighton are 2-5 at away to Newport, is it? Which is 1.4. Hertha Berlin away to Banfield at 9-10, which is 1.9. Napoli away to Udinese, 5-6, which is 1.83. Lazio away to Parma, 4-6, which is 1.67. Ajax at home to PSV at 3-5, which is 1.6. And Barnsley at home to Tranmere, 1-2, which is 1.5. Sunday, not a great day. There's not a lot of great prices. I think Real Madrid, I noticed after I wrote that, are 1-2 as well on Sunday, but there's not a lot of great prices. Sunday's bet may have to be a big accumulator, with more teams, but lower prices. But that was just Sunday at a quick glance. What will I do next? I'll go on to, no, I'll tell you what, I'll have a look in the midweek games, how many games we've got. Not the biggest midweek. On Tuesday we've got 3 Premier League, 2 Championship, a League One, 3 League One and League One, 3 in League Two. There's that EFL Trophy, there's 7 games, and the Scottish Championship is 5 games. So a decent bet there. On Wednesday there's 2 Premier League, there's 1 League Two, there's 1 EFL Cup or Trophy or whatever you call it. There is German Cup game. There's 4 in the Dutch, and there's 1 in the Scottish Premier League. So again, that's not big. But on the Thursday, so you can maybe roll a bet Wednesday, Thursday. There's another 2 or 3 in the Premier League, and I think some Copa del Rey. So not amazing midweek, but enough for maybe 1, maybe 2 bets. But it's not going to be a big winner weekend type of thing. Anyway, so let's move on to this week's main topic, which is my amount that I have gambled so far this season. And a drum roll, please. It's a pretty big amount. It is 905 British pounds. So nearly £1,000. Well, it's over 900. But that's a lot of money. But honestly, not for. What would the season start? September. So September, October, November, December. 4 months. That's, £200 and something a month. It's not that much for... I can afford it, so... yeah, it is I'd said before, because I didn't have a great start this season has felt terrible. Because in the last few years, I've always got a bet up in the first 4 or 5 weeks, and then you feel like you're ahead and you've got the bookies money. Now I feel like I'm constantly trying to catch up. So even when I get a tiny win, I appreciate it because it's just more money towards trying to get back to even and then get into the black. So £905 staked. I've won £378.50. So, not great. I haven't won a bet over £100 yet. Not one. Won a couple of 70s, a couple of 40s, a couple of 50s, and that's it. Again, unlucky yesterday, that would have been 120 or 130, but it is what it is. So overall, that is a minus £527 for the season. So, I say 4 months and I'm down 500. So, yeah, I'm down, say, 125, £130 a month. That's not bad. That's not bad. And there's guys that I know that would gamble that in a week. So, for me to be... down 125 a month, I don't think that's that bad. If you want to look at December, which was a big month because I gambled a lot, December was £260 staked. I won 225. It's probably my best winning month. Well, it was, and it was a 30 men's 35 for the month of December. So not terrible, not terrible at all. Gotta say, I thought it would have been more than that because it felt like I was constantly. But then I got those two bets up. I got the one in the Liverpool match, the bet builder, and then I had the Giroud one 2 days before, so they were quite quick. So yeah, so it's not amazing, but it's definitely. I feel like I'm making progress now. Getting bets up, getting very, very close more often than that. But it seems to be Saturday afternoons. I can't get close. I don't think I've had one Saturday afternoon bet that was anywhere near. I've had Saturday night. I've had Sunday, midweek. But let's hope this Saturday is going to be the Saturday where I hit something nice. So yeah, that's basically it. As I say, if you are a tipster page and then you follow me or I follow you, you'll probably hear from me in the next few days. If you are listening to this before I do contact you, say don't be sending anything off right away. Just get back to me, let me know that you're happy to do it, and I'll give you a time when you're available, when I'm available, when I need you to do it, and just say send forward an app, something that you honestly fancy and that you think is a good bet, and that's it. So anyway, I'll leave it there for now. Just leave me to say if you're doing a bet this weekend, just good luck on happy punting.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.